Hello. Good to see you. Namaste. Yes. So are you going to join us today? Okay, wonderful. Let me get you also a chair out. Yeah, that's great. Grab a ball. See if there's anybody else out here. Anyone else? Okay. Okay, I just don't want. Would she? Yes, please. Please. Okay, she said no. So I'm going to be up there. So where would you like to be?
Oh, I'll be I'll be over on the side.
Okay. And we've got the balls to help. There's your chair, sir, if you like. And you can take your shoes off if you like or keep them on. What would your preference be? Okay. Yeah, so there's a chair for you. Great. You two can sit here and we'll get started. So, welcome. It's good to see you today on this rainy day and everyone at home listening in. So, here at APDA, we've got nice, strong, sturdy chairs, and we're going to use it both to sit and also as a prop. So, if you're at home, find yourself a nice, sturdy chair. We're going to be getting up and we're going to be sitting down. We're not going down to the floor or anything like that. And today's class is all about flowing with your breath, as most yoga classes are, and also about balance. So we're going to be doing quite a bit of standing and balancing, using the chair to help us as a prop. Yeah, I've got to face the camera. So, but you're fine. I can do this. So here at APDA, we also have these squishy balls. And what I like to use the squishy balls is to help us with posture. Because a lot of times with being on the phone and the computer, we just start rounding our back. So you can take your squishy ball, if you have one at home as well, and place it anywhere that it's comfortable between your back and the back of the chair. That kind of helps you open up your chest and sit up nice and straight. And as always in yoga, we start first with breathing, because breathing is the most important part of yoga. So I just ask you to, if it feels safe, close your eyes, or just keep your gaze soft, and just kind of listen to your breath. Now we all breathe, it's kind of automatic. But as we listen, we focus. We begin to let those thoughts sort of float by like little clouds and just make the breath our focus today and move with our breath at our pace, only going as far as comfortable and not causing any pain. So as we sit here and breathe, perhaps you can feel that maybe your exhale is a little longer than the inhale or vice versa. You can feel what part of your core rises and fills with air as you inhale and falls gently when you exhale. So the first thing we do is try to develop breathing into the diaphragm, which is below the rib cage, by using the complete yoga breath. So the first thing we do is we make our inhale and exhale equal to each other. Gentle equal in and gentle equal out, and kind of notice how that feels. Perhaps placing hands on your chest, and as you inhale, can you feel this part of your body just kind of open up, rise a little, and exhale, gently go down. Now, sometimes you're restricted here. You can't feel it, so don't worry about it. Just play with it. And perhaps then hands to the side of the ribs. And as you inhale, you can feel that rib cage kind of expand just a little bit in all directions. And exhale, go back down. This is a tiny little movement. It's not very big. So chest and ribs, perhaps opening up on the inhale and releasing on the exhale. And finally, hands down towards your belly. And as you inhale, can you feel this area kind of inflate like a little balloon? And exhale, gently go down. So we're not sticking any part out forcefully or sucking anything in forcefully. It's just gentle and easy breathing. And as you open up all the way down into the belly, the diaphragm will begin to move. And so just play with this breath and follow your own breath at your pace, no matter what my cueing is for the rest of our class today. Yeah, the abdominal wall, the diaphragm underneath the ribs. Yeah. So we can talk about that later, how that moves when you breathe. That's okay. So as we allow our arms to come down, we're going to start with a little Qigong today. Qigong is like Tai Chi. It's sort of a movement with the breath to get us warmed up. So we're going to start with what's called the big La Ki, and Ki is energy. And so you bring your arms out as if you're kind of holding a big beach ball. And as you inhale, you allow this energy ball to expand. So the arms go out as far as comfortable. And as you exhale, you collapse that energy in towards your body and down. So on the inhale, it's just a slow opening up like a flower. Yeah. And exhale, it's a bringing that energy in, imagining it going into your body. And let's just do one more, big La Ki. And now we're going to slowly stand up and do a little Qigong. Standing. You can put your ball down or you can keep it on your chair. You can also have the back of your calves against the front of the chair. And that way you can move the hips and still be balanced by the chair supporting you. We're going to do the hip twirl. We're going to do a little twirl of the hips. So hands on the hips, chest open. We go back to that breath. As we inhale, letting the belly come a little forward. As we exhale, we kind of go over to the right. Inhale, let the glutes go back. And exhale over to the left. So it's like a little circle as you inhale forward. Exhale right. Inhale back. Exhale left. One more. Inhale forward. Exhale right. Inhale back. Exhale left. Inhale forward and then come back to standing. Good job. Now I'd like you to walk very slowly over to the right side of the chair. So you're going to kind of hang on to that chair with your left hand. And we're going to go into what's called mountain pose. Yeah, you can just hang on with one hand, left hand. Beautiful. And so what I want you to do is feel your heels on the ground, feel your feet on the ground, and feel really grounded, almost from your belly button down. And above that, let the heart open. Let the shoulders relax and level your chin. Beautiful. And on your next inhale, can you come up onto the balls of your feet? Good. And exhale, go down. Yeah, inhale, coming up. And exhale, going down. One more as we inhale, going up. And exhale, going down. Now on the next inhale, can you also lift the right arm and come up? And exhale, come down. Yeah, inhale, can you come up on the toe? Yeah, very good. And exhale down. One more. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Let's try that on the other side as we walk to the other side of the chair and you're hanging on. And you're coming to what's called mountain pose in yoga. Everything belly button down, rooted and grounded, chin level, breathing. Hanging on. We're going to do the left hand now. On the inhale, can you come up on your toes and left arm up? Good. And exhale down. Almost like a plie, ballerina. Inhale up. Great, great. And exhale, release. And one more, waking up those toes. And exhale down. Good job. And coming back into the chair, we're going to continue moving, lubricating all those parts, flowing, before we do some more holding and balance poses. So I like to sit with or without the ball, kind of perched at the front of my chair. My ankles are under the knees, and I kind of scoot back and forth till I feel equal pressure on both sit bones. Chest open, elbows a little back, chin level, breathing. And you're a nice posture. Arms by the side. Come back to that equal in and out breath. As you inhale, let both arms go up to the ceiling. Beautiful. As you exhale, can you put your hands to prayer above your head? Inhale, reach up and level the chin. You can be down like this too, that's fine. And on your next exhale, can you lean a little over to the right? Yeah. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, lean the opposite direction. And inhale up. And as you exhale, can you lean right? Look the opposite direction over to that arm. And inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, opposite direction. Inhale back to center. And now lean over, look opposite, and just hold for just a minute. Beautiful. And on your next inhale, come back to center. And exhale the opposite direction. And kind of notice which is easier to do. Just note. And inhale, come back to center. And exhale, let the arms come down to your side. We're going to continue that stretch by doing gate pose in the chair. So I'm going to hang on with my right hand to the chair and the left is free. I open the chest, level the chin, and go back to that equal in and out breath. And on your next inhale, let that arm, left arm, go up to the ceiling. As you exhale, lean over to the opposite side. Yeah, good. Inhale, come back up, great. And exhale, lean. You can make a big lean, you're holding on. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, lean over and stay. Now you don't want to round your back. You're kind of reaching out through the fingers. And you can feel a stretch on that left side of your body. Wonderful. And on your next inhale, slowly come up center. And exhale, release that arm that's up. Hanging on now with the left hand to the chair. This is just for support. And when ready, on an inhale, that right arm goes up to the ceiling. Level the chin, and as you exhale, lean over towards the left. Inhale, float back up, move with your breath. Exhale, leaning now towards the left. One more as we inhale up. And we exhale, come over and stay. Reaching out through the fingers, breathing. One more breath. Feel that stretch on the right side body now. And on your next inhale, you come up. And exhale, release. Now we're going to continue to stretch the arm and the shoulder by doing something called thread the needle. So for thread the needle, your back's just staying seated in your chair. We're going to start with the right arm. So you can let your left hands and fingers just kind of rest on the knee. Come back to breathing, level that chin. And on your next inhale, that arm, right arm, goes up, only highest comfortable. You'll find where that is. And as you exhale, begin to slowly bring it down. And you're going to lay it on your lap. Right hand facing up from the elbow to the wrist on your thighs. And you can look over towards the left. And this is the easiest thread the needle. It may be where you want to stay. So let's flow again as we inhale, reaching up with the right arm, looking up if that's comfortable. And exhale, threading your needle. Maybe that right elbow goes a little further over towards the left leg. As we inhale, reaching up. Now everybody's different in their flexibility. On that exhale, I can take that right elbow way over and kind of bring my head down. Good. Inhale, come up one last time, flow as we reach up and stretch up. And exhale, find the thread, the needle that works for you. Yeah. Now, can you feel the stretch from the shoulders to the fingers? Can you feel the back of shoulder stretch? Good job. And then when you're ready, slowly release. Move as slow as you can, like you were moving through mud. And then give that right arm a shake. Coming back to seated, back to the breath. We're going to do that all on the opposite side. And you'll notice we're all different, one side to the other. Come back to breathing. Right hand on the right knee. And as we inhale now, that left arm goes up, only highest comfortable. And as you exhale, you're again threading your needle. You're bringing the arm from the left elbow to the wrist, palm up on your lap, and you're looking over to the right. This could be where you stay, or on your next inhale, let that left arm go up. Perhaps you even look up. And exhale, maybe you go there or a little further. As you inhale, flow, thread the needle, opening up. And exhale, coming in. One more time with your breath at your pace, finding this stretch that you wish to hold so that you can feel the arms stretch, the back of the shoulder blade stretch. One more breath. And when you're ready, slow, did I say slow? Come on out and maybe give that left arm a little shake. Coming back to seated and back to the breath. We've woke up the shoulders and the arms. We're going to do the same with the core, with cat and cow in the chair. So we go back as always to that staff pose, a nice seated pose. Chest open, chin level breathing. We're going to move into cow first. So when ready, as you inhale, just begin to lean a little forward. And then let the belly come a little forward as you breathe. Let the chest come a little forward. And then Perhaps you look up, and this is your cow in the chair. Beautiful. Breathe. And when you're ready, as you inhale, begin to bring the spine back up and then bring the chin back to level. We're going to go now into cat in the chair. On an inhale, you're leaning back. And then you start rounding that lower back, middle back, upper back. And perhaps your shoulder or part of your back is on the chair. And then chin goes to chest. And you are in cat in the chair. And then when you're ready, on your next inhale, use your core to bring the belly up, the chest up, and then the chin. Beautiful. We're going to do cow on the inhale and cat on the exhale, following your own breath. When ready, inhale, come forward into your seated cow. Exhale back to neutral and then round the back as you lean back into cat. So as we flow, we move our spine before the head and neck. And that's to protect the delicate muscles of the neck. So your spine is undulating. And the next time you go into cow, see if you can hold your cow here, if that's okay with you. Now sense and notice if your pelvis was a bowl, it'd be spilling all its contents onto the floor. You can make this harder if you want, you don't have to, by bringing the arms behind you and grabbing the hands on the back of your chair. And then bringing the chest a little bit more forward. And that's a bigger stretch. Beautiful. Take a breath here, seated cow. Good job. And when you're ready, slowly on the exhale, release and bring your torso up straight. Now we're going to go back into seated cat and perhaps make it a core strengthener, but only if you wish. So seated here, breathing. Inhale. As you exhale, you're leaning back, then rounding lower back, middle back, upper back. And allow either your shoulders or your back to rest on the chair. And if you want to make this harder, you can stretch your feet out, point your toes, and maybe even lift them. Can you feel your core engage, particularly the lower part of it? Good job. Take a breath. And then very slowly bring the feet down and use that strong core to come back up to seated. Excellent. We're going to do goddess pose in the chair. And we're going to start in the chair and then we'll get up and down if you want, or stand for goddess. So for goddess pose, you're seated but your feet are wider. So you can let your feet go out more towards the sides and the knees kind of follow the toes as they go out. Find your sit bones on the chair, open the chest. And we'll start with the easiest version with just seated goddess. As you inhale, allowing the arms to go up high as comfortable to the ceiling. And as you exhale, bring them out like cactus arms. And you're in goddess. Beautiful. Inhale, reach, stretch up. And exhale, find goddess in the chair. And one more as we inhale up. And exhale, goddess. And if you want, you can hold your goddess like this in the chair. Or if you want, slowly bring your hands down to your lap. Scoot back just a little bit in your chair. We're going to do a stand up, sit down goddess flow. You can do this or you can just stay seated. Whatever works for you today. So arms by the side, legs are still somewhat wide, but your feet are firmly planted on the floor so you can stand up. You might want to make your legs a little bit closer together for that. So when ready, on an inhale, I want you to get up and reach the hands up and look up. And as you exhale, you're going to begin to look down, sit down, and arms go out for goddess. Beautiful. Wonderful. As we inhale, coming up, reaching up, good. And exhale, sitting down slowly, looking down. One more. Inhaling up. And exhaling, looking down, sitting down. Beautiful. Now, you can do that or perhaps follow me in standing goddess. So as we stand up, our feet are still wider than a mountain pose and the knees are kind of pointing out because we squat down for goddess. So arms by the side, allow the chin to level. And as you inhale, let those arms go up again, high as comfortable. And as you exhale, come to those cactus arms and squat down a little bit for goddess. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. And exhale, find your goddess squat. One more time as we inhale up. And exhale, goddess. And can we stay here? Opening the chest. Wonderful. Leveling the chin. Gods and goddesses alike. As we inhale, reaching up. And exhale, release the arms by the side. So our bodies are warmed up. How about another balance pose? Are you ready for that? Let's try 3. Okay, so I'm going to walk over here towards the right side of my chair. And I'm again going to hang on with my left hand to this sturdy chair. It's not going to move. And I come to mountain pose. We're going to do all the balance poses in yoga today. All of them within reason. So as we stand here in mountain, again, you feel really grounded from the belly button equally into your feet right now. You're looking off at eye level at perhaps something that's not moving to help you with your balance. And you can feel equal pressure on your feet for now. And then slowly put all your weight onto your left foot. And you're going to bring your right knee out and you're just kind of kickstanding that leg. The right heel is on the inner left leg right above the ankle. And open the chest. This can be your tree today. Some people can actually slide the bottom of their right foot up to the calf or even above the knee. And you can stay holding on, and that's great. You can kind of release and let the back of the left hand rest against the chair. It's a little bit more of a balance. You could bring your hands to prayer if you wanted. Some people even can bring their hands over the head. I just suggest arms by the side, the back of the left hand against the chair for support. And this is a wonderful balance pose called tree. And then slowly, when you're ready, release. Good job. If you hang on, it's easier. Let's try it on the other side. So I'm walking just around to the other side of my chair. Now I hang on with my right hand. And I come to mountain pose, and that's important because you're kind of opening up the chest and leveling the chin and back to breathing. And you may be slightly different one side to the other, so don't force. When ready, as you breathe, putting all that weight now on that right leg. Very good. And kickstanding the left. Perhaps sliding the left foot up to the inside of the calf, or even some people can do it above the leg. Finding that place in front of you to help with balance. If you fall out, come back. Perhaps hands by the side, hands to prayer, or even above the head. Find what works for you today so that you can balance on one foot. And then slowly release. Excellent. Good job. And we're going to go back to the chair. We're going to continue to stretch our legs. We're going to go into a lunge in the chair. And later we're going to get up and lunge using the chair as a prop. Is it going to be all right? So lunge in the chair is a nice leg stretch. So you start just perched at the front of your chair, our typical staff pose, and you come back to that slow breath, always the breath. The breath can help you move gently into the pose. And when you're ready, on an inhale, kind of come up onto your toes again. And as you exhale, slowly bring your right leg way over all the way to the right side of your chair. The right knee is over the right ankle, and the left leg drapes as it will, and your whole body is pointing right, facing your knee. Now you can make this harder by scooting your buttocks further over to the opposite side of the chair. And it's a bigger leg stretch. Beautiful. See if you can keep that right heel on the ground. And if you want to make this about an arm flow, you can join me, or you can just keep your hands in your lap. For the flow, on an inhale, again, let the arms go up high as comfortable to the ceiling. And as you exhale, spread them out wide, palms up, and perhaps look up. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, lengthen the spine. And exhale, open. One more. As we inhale up, perhaps it's comfortable to stay here, or we exhale out. You stay here for a breath. And then slowly we release. And very slowly, working that left leg towards the right, we're going to slowly come back around to center. And we're going to do all that on the opposite side. So finding breathing first, letting breath come in, go out. On that inhale again, up on the toes, that left leg goes all the way over to the left side of the chair. The right leg drapes. You reach your body towards the left. You can bring again your buttocks further over to the opposite side of the chair, and you get a bigger stretch. Good job. And perhaps add some arms as we inhale up. And perhaps we exhale to that cactus arms again. Inhale up. And exhale, cactus. Move with your breath, inhaling up. You can stay here or exhale, cactus, and stay. Level that chin, open the chest. And slowly make your way back to the front. Now you have a decision to make here, whether you want to try to do your warrior poses standing, or do you want to do your warrior poses in the chair? And you can watch me and decide what you want to do today. What's your body feel like? Warrior. So warrior sitting is, we're going to start right leg first. Instead of going way over like we did before, you go part of the way so that you're facing forward. And this could be your warrior pose in the chair, where we inhale and exhale. So you can stay in the chair if you want. If you want to be adventurous, follow me. And just slowly get up from your chair. You don't have to. You can stay in the chair. Walk over towards the left side of the chair so that you can hold on with your right hand. And this is going to help support you. You're going to slowly turn your right foot to point towards that chair. And you're going to take a walking step out to the side. But you're facing forward. So find some comfort in that. Hang on to your chair, open your chest. And then what I'd like you to do is bend your right knee so that it is over your ankle. Beautiful. And you are in that warrior two position. You can bring that back arm out, and there you are. Wonderful. So we're going to inhale, bringing that left arm up, looking forward. And exhale, let that left arm go back and look at that hand. So inhale, unbend your knee, come up. And exhale, bend that knee, look back. Wonderful. Make this a little flow. And you can make it harder if you want. You don't have to, by letting go of the chair. And inhale, both arms up. And exhale, then come to warrior. Wonderful. Inhale, up. Perhaps exhale, look over that right pinky. Warrior. One more as we inhale, up. And exhale, warrior. Can you stay in your warrior for a little bit? This is a strong pose. You guys look great. Open your chest, breathe. And release. Fingers back on that chair. Come back to standing. And let's try that on the opposite side. Now remember, you can stay in the chair. Always, it's okay to stay in the chair. But you're an adventurous group. I can see you like to be a strong warriors. Warriors for peace, right? So now I'm to the left. I've got my left hand on the chair. The left side of my body is there. I'm going to take and bring my left foot to point towards that chair. And I'm going to take a sideways step out. And I'm going to be facing forward, bending the left knee right over the ankle, hanging onto that chair. This is the start of warrior. Wonderful. As we now inhale, letting that right arm come up. And exhale, letting it go out. Perhaps now as we inhale, we unbend that knee, straighten it. And exhale, bend it again and look back at the right hand. Wonderful. Inhale, flowing up. Exhale, flowing out. You can continue or be really adventurous. Let go of the chair as we inhale, straightening. And exhale, warrior. Inhale, up. Perhaps exhale, look over that left pinky. One more time as we inhale, up. And exhale, warrior, and hold. Wonderful. And finally, releasing, left hand to the chair, bringing that foot around, and slowly coming back to seated. Now we're going to work a little bit, bringing some nice synovial fluid into the joints of the hip that we just worked. You always want to do that if you do yoga and hold poses for a while. So we're going to do some hip circles before we stand back up again. So sitting up perched on the front of your chair, knees over the ankles. And in order to keep our spine straight through this exercise, I suggest put your left fingers behind your left ear, the elbow out. Do the same with the right. Now when you do that and let the elbows go back and level the chin, you're really sitting up nice and straight. That looks good. As you inhale, begin to lean forward a little bit. As you exhale, circle over to the right, slightly back. Next, inhale, lean back, that's circle back. Exhale now over to the left. Inhale, flow forward. Exhale, circle right. Inhale, come on back. Exhale, circle left. Inhale, come forward, and exhale, come back up to sitting. We're going to do that the opposite direction as we inhale, coming forward. Exhale, circle left. Inhale, coming back. Exhale to the right. Inhale forward. Keep going. Exhale left. Inhale back. Exhale right. Inhale forward and exhale back up to seated. And allow the hands to come down by the side. So we're going to do one more little standing sequence. We're going to do pyramid and revolve triangle using the chair as a prop. So if you wish, slowly stand up again. And you're going to walk to the back of the chair. We're going to use the back of the chair. Now, I'm just turning mine so that folks at home can see me a little better. So I'm standing facing the back of my chair. My fingers are on the chair so that I can use that chair. It's not going to move for support. I'm backing away so that when I fold down, I'm not going to necessarily hit my head on the chair. But I might rest my forehead on the back of the chair, depending on how far I go when I bend down. So come to your mountain pose. I want you to feel back and forth on your feet, that they're kind of equal pressure on the toes, the heels, right and left. You can keep your hands on the chair, or if you're comfortable, you can bring them to your hips, placing your fingers in that little valley right below the front of your pelvic bone. Because that's where you're going to bend down. You're not going to stick your butt back. You're going to fold forward. So open the chest, level your chin. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to begin to fold forward. You're hinging at the hips. And you're going to bring your torso kind of parallel, if you can, to the ground. Perhaps you even have your fingers or even your forehead just resting gently on the chair to help you so that you don't feel out of balance, dizzy. You can make this harder if you want by bringing your hands behind you, bringing the palms together, interlace your fingers, and then let go of your pointer fingers and press them against each other. This is a mudra, binding the energy in the body. And you kind of lift your hands and stretch your arms out up to the ceiling, and you are in pyramid lunge in the chair. Beautiful. Breathing. Releasing the fingers to the chair. I want you to step back just a little bit with the right foot. Not a big step, just a little. And we're going to do that again. The alternate pyramid. You can keep your fingers on the chair, or you can again bring them back into that little arm stretch mudra. Breathe. And releasing fingers back to the chair. You can stay here or come into a revolved triangle using the chair as a prop. Lift your head if it's on the top of the chair just a little bit up. Slowly bring your right hand over by the left on the chair. Let the left hand drop. As you breathe, you're going to lift the right heel, and slowly the belly begins to turn towards the left leg. Perhaps the ribs follow, and you place your left hand on your back side. You can even rest the side of your head on your hand on the chair, and this is revolved triangle, modified for the chair, stretching the piriformis and the psoas muscles in the hip. And when you're ready, very slowly, let the belly lead you back. Put that left hand back on the chair. Right hand comes around. Bend your knees. And slowly roll up. Yeah. That's a really good hip opener. We can talk about that later, what that does for walking. So come back to standing. We're going to do that on the opposite side. Fingers on the chair for support, opening that chest, leveling that chin, breathing. Now that left leg is going to take just a little bitty step back, kind of almost like a big walking step back. And you're facing towards your chair. And again, as you inhale and exhale, you hinge at the hips and come down. Perhaps you allow the forehead to rest gently on the chair. It's not really supporting it, it's just resting. If you wish, you can allow your hands to come behind you, grasping the fingers together, letting go of the pointer fingers as you reach them away for pyramid lunge. Breathing. Perhaps you want revolved triangle. Revolved triangle. You can bring fingers back, hands to the chair. Slowly begin to lift your head off the chair and let the left hand come over by the right. Pick up the left heel, bend the knee, and the belly is going to now begin to twist to the right. The ribs follow and the chest follows, and the right hand is on the back side. For a modified revolved triangle using the chair. A big stretch in the hips. Take a breath. And when you're ready, let that left heel go down. The belly brings your chest and core back to center. Bend your knees and roll up. Great. Could you feel that in the... Those are the muscles of walking that we just stretched. So we're going to sit back in the chair, and to prepare us for our Shavasana today, we're going to do a little bit of chanting. And chanting has been brought out recently at the Alzheimer's convention, helps improve your executive function in the brain. Big time, and we can talk a little bit more about that after class. So I like to start with the chanting the universal chant of Om. And Om is A-O-M. bringing the lips together. So we're going to do ah, o, and separately and then put them all together. And if you don't like to chant, you can just listen, but it's great to have the vibrations of the chant in your body. It's a kind of soothing and healing. So again, we're going to sit up nice and straight, and you can use your ball or not use your ball. If the ball you feel helps you get a nice posture, because in yoga, we want to improve our posture. That is a great part of balance. So just allow the arms to be by the side and the chin is level, sitting up nice and straight. We're going to start with ah first. As we inhale, the arms up, highest comfortable to the ceiling. And as we exhale, we say ah out the mouth and let the arms release down. Ah. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. Ah. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Really release. Ah. Let's try O. Inhale. And exhale. Oh. Inhale. Exhale. Oh. Yeah. One more inhale. And exhale. Oh. Now let's try Inhale. Exhale. Bring the hands to the belly and go chocolate. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're going to put those all together. I'll start it off. If you want to join me, fine. If not, you can listen. And we always do that chant on a long exhale. So I inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. So in the silence, close your eyes again if you feel safe doing so. And just kind of go inside and listen again to your breath. Kind of scan your body and see how your body feels. Allow the inhale to come and the exhale to go. And just sense and notice what part of your core is rising and filling with air on the inhale and falling on the exhale. Again, making the breath your focus. Thoughts will come into your mind and just kind of pay too much attention to them. Just focus on your breath. Everything else is the background. Even the sound of my voice. And just give yourself permission to take a few minutes of constructive rest. Let your bones and muscles settle comfortably into the chair. but keep your posture upright. But feel comfortable letting the shoulders release, the jaw, and letting the breath come and go. At the first sound of the singing bowl, continue to release those thoughts and release tension wherever you find it in your body. Go back to your breath, the gentle inhale and the gentle exhale. And see if you can make that exhale just a little bit longer than your inhale. At the second sound of the singing bowl, continue to let go. Let go of those thoughts. Let go of tension. And let that exhale breath go long and long and longer still. Exhaling longer than you inhale is a calming breath. You can use any time in your life when you really want to let go. At the third sound of the bowl, one for body, one for mind, one for spirit, united in yoga. As the sound of the bowl drifts away, as you listen to the sound of my voice, continue to let the breath come in gently and go out gently. And if it feels good, let that exhale go out longer. And when it feels good to you, bring your hands to prayer and bring prayer hands to the heart space and let your heart open up in gratitude. And just think about one thing right now that you're really grateful for in your life. And we will end yoga by saying the greeting Namaste, which to me means, let the light in me shine out to the light in all of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me on this gloomy day. Thank you at home. Namaste Shanti, which means peace. Now we'll turn this off here.